know what you're thinking. You've seen me wear this outfit before. I'm an outfit repeater. No, I'm not. Actually, I am. I'm one of the worst outfit repeaters you'll ever find. I'm just filming these back to back because, actually, I thought I had filmed this video. I remember filming this video. It's gone. So, let's pretend I'm unboxing. I'm not really. I found this Darn Good Yarn knitting bag kit thing online. And I was going through a phase of thinking, I want a bag for my knitting. And look at the colour, it's teal. So I ordered it, and it was around about $100 American, and it came with yarn and everything I'm going to show you. So I know I filmed this, and I know I said that I was going to come back and do an update after I tested things that were in the kit. But I've lost the original footage. So this is what is in the kit for about $100 American. There's the bag. There's all sorts of spots for your needles and things. There's holes in the roof for your yarn to come through. And then there are things inside. Please excuse the jingling. There are 2 skeins of recycled silk yarn. This will become a singlet at some point. And then there's 2 skeins of grey, and this is waves of cotton, when it's recycled cotton from the textile industry. And they're a closer colour match than the other ones are. And then there's 2 balls of wool, and it's recycled wool, all bound up. So that's all quite lovely. It's a really deep bag. I could easily fit, well, probably not a Wool and the Gang kind of size massive blanket, but all the jerseys I've been knitting lately, they would all fit in there quite neatly. There's internal pockets. She says shoving things into the internal pockets to demonstrate where one can separate things off, maybe in projects, or maybe put your sleeves in one and lose them in there later. There's all sorts of internal zips and things, and that kind of stuff. But one of the things that intrigued me about this particular bag, other than the fact that it was teal, is what came in the front pocket. Now, in the front pocket, there's a space to store things, but there's this. This made this very appealing to me. It's a complete set of interchangeable circular knitting needles. I know. Now, the needles themselves don't have numbers on them. There are numbers embossed in the actual case there. They don't quite line up with where you put the needles, which is a little bit annoying. But it's got the tightening things, it's got the extending things, it's got, they're all metal, and it's got, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4 different lengths of the actual cables. They've got a little bend in them. I don't know why I'm closing my eyes to show you that, but that little bend does make the needles relatively comfortable to hold. Now, when I was knitting my hat for Mum, I started off with these needles. Then I changed over to a pair of Knit Pro Symphony, and then I changed over to the Knit Pro Zing. Now, the Zing needles are definitely my favourites, and I never thought that I was going to be a metal needle fan. But this is an expansive set. So all I could think is, while it's not necessarily ideal for me, because I have too many knitting needles, let's be completely honest, but if it was somebody who was either starting up knitting or moving from being casual into a little bit more serious as a hobby, I did think this is actually quite a good gift, because while $100 is a lot of money, you get a lot for $100 here. The needles alone, if they were the Zing ones, would be comparable, I would imagine, in terms of the number of needles you've got. And you've got the bag, and you've got the wool, and they're all of a reasonably good quality. I mean, they're not as good as the Zing ones in my mind, but it could just be that I'm a knit snob, It could be anything else, but I did think to myself, this is actually not half bad, quite decent. I had expected it to be a little bit trashier than it is because it was so cheap, but it's actually really good. At some point I'm going to lug the bag around and do some knitting outdoors. That would involve having a social life and going outdoors to something other than a one-act play festival. So that's my Darn Good Yarn bag review. I did also purchase a unicorn pattern from them. So at some point I'm going to make a stuffed unicorn. Yes. But I did like the fact that they've got recycled yarns from the textile industry. They're supporting women particularly. It's a good quality bag and the needles are perfectly fine. So as far as like a gift, or if you're somebody who's going from learning how to knit and you're now taking it a little bit more seriously, quite good needles to get the whole set all at once rather than having to shell out a lot of fortune on individual ones or to buy an expensive set. So I thought that was quite nice, to be completely honest with you. I think there were other colours as well, but I went with teal. I can recommend the teal. So, take care, be kind to yourselves and others, and I will potentially film another video another day, and maybe upload it before I either chop all my hair off, or grow it to floor length, or shave it off, or dye it some insane colour. Who even knows?